Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right. Back in the living room because I get my floor done in the lab, but everything is good. I'll be back there shortly. Let's go. Right in 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Message in the story for life. These are life lessons I'm giving them to you. You tuning in and checking them out. I appreciate that. You know the deal. Let's go. Right thinkers' mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing who you are. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My goal and my mission is to do just that. My right thinkers to know themselves. If you're a right thinker, you're gonna learn how to know who you are. That's my mission. Check me out. I got you. Now, the question is know thyself. This is a question you have to answer to for yourself. And when you work on yourself, you end up with the right answer and you be your best self. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I got you. Stay tuned. A person who knows not and believe that they know is religious, dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. My job to wake you up with spiritual knowledge of self. That's the wake up call. I'm coming. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. You have to be true to yourself. You have to keep balancing your life. These are life lessons. Come on, fellas, pick them up. Ladies, understand this is just lessons that you can live by to make yourself a better individual. That's what I do for you. Let's go. Today, right thinkers, let's talk about, again, reaching that state of awareness spiritually, aka spiritual enlightenment. You need to know and be aware of yourself spiritually. That means you have to acquire knowledge. I'm giving it to you. All you gotta do is tune in and receive it and then use it. That's the key. Having knowledge is nothing. Using it is everything. Let's go. Spiritual awareness, aka being God conscious, knowing yourself spiritually and mentally. It's all about the mental understanding of yourself. Spiritual enlightenment, becoming aware of yourself spiritually, aka spiritual awareness, knowing, awareness, God knowledge, knowing you and God are one. The essence of you is spirit, God is spirit. Come on now, keep up. It takes a lot of study time, and you have to live out your lessons. To learn it is fine, but to live it is divine. That's how it works. If you knew better, you do better. Education, knowledge is the key to getting to God and finding yourself. The highest spiritual level you can reach, I just did that with my class. The seventh round on the chakra is called the crown chakra. When you have your stuff together, you are crowned with the self knowledge of enlightenment. You know yourself. The halo around the back of Jesus' head, that's the crown, and that means he reached the seventh level. Masons, a red house, okay, the royal arts. Sound familiar? That's the seventh level of spiritual consciousness. When you are mentally in tune with your spirit, you know yourself through spiritual enlightenment. God is spirit. We are spiritual beings learning who we are while having a human experience. Yeah, I had to calm myself down because I'm revved up right about now, but I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm cool. All right, here you go. When you wake up spiritually, it's a beautiful thing. And I explained it to my class. When you reach that enlightenment, it's like the fireworks going off. If you went to Disney World, it's just that's the thousand petal lotus plants Lotus flowers going off in your mind, letting you know you are there at the highest level spiritually, aka Nihas. Spiritual awakening comes from what? Living out your lessons that you learn daily. It's a process. It don't just happen. It's a process that you have to see through. Right thinking philosophy trains and prepares you for that process, aka the spiritual awakening. By what? Teaching you, tutoring you, giving you the information, things that you need to know about yourself, for yourself. And once you implement those lessons, you will change. It's called transformation. It's called awakening. It's called enlightening, whatever you want to call it. Navarna, Makti, all these words that they use to say the same thing. Liberation, freedom, mentally, spiritually, heart, mind, coherence, working together, harmony. You know yourself. That's the spiritual people walking around conscious. That's all it is. Okay. We should all want to know ourselves, aka who we are. But for those right thinkers who do, I got you. For those who don't think it's necessary, you're on your own. Okay? I learned the way to become an enlightened being through hard work, putting in my time, studying, and putting it to use daily for years, not just overnight. It ain't gonna happen in a week or a month. We talking years. Understand that. I just expressed in my class each level of the ring on the chakra system. You had a year to learn it. In masonry, I gave you a year for every degree. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you wasn't gonna come in and just come and master. No, I don't do that. No, you don't walk in the streets, uh, blind man in masonry, and all of a sudden walk out a master mason. It don't work that way. I didn't appreciate that. I didn't do that. I advocated what I knew was best, education, and I'm not gonna give you another degree until you show me what proficiency in the preceding degree. So I can't give you more knowledge if you haven't acquired and accepted the little bit I've already given you. Understand that. Next one is right thinking philosophy is the way to reach that spiritual state of mind. I practice it, I implement it, I use it, it works. Trust me on that one. You'll find out for yourself if you do what? I have a routine. You can set your own routine, but I have a routine that works for me. You can create your own routine, but it's based on routine. When you go to the monastery, when you go anywhere where the monks, they do routine, structured functions. Why? Because after a while, it becomes muscle memory. That's why. Practice. I'm preparing to be my best self every day. I put the work in. You can do the same. It's all based on what you want for yourself. I can teach you what to do. Not doing that the best I could, but it's up to you to put the work in and find out what works for you. I'm gonna give you the next thing. We're going to the yoga. 5 steps of yoga, 5 different categories. You pick the one that works for you and you work it to your benefit. That's right thinking. I prove that if you discipline yourself spiritually, you will change. If you used to do this and now you're no longer doing that, that's change. If you didn't used to do this and now you're doing this, that's called change. I give you everything, all the tools you need to what? Reach that level of enlightenment for yourself. Because that's the only way it's gonna happen. I can't do it for you. I can just instruct you and point you in the right direction. I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink it. But I get you there. I get you to the water. Alright, that's my thing. I know myself. And I can teach you to do the same. That's right thinking philosophy in a nutshell. I want you to know you. That's what it's all about. That's why I do what I do. It's for you. Next one. When you become aware spiritually, you are a right thinker. Right thinkers know themselves and they practice on bettering themselves. They get to know themselves through practice knowing themselves on a day-to-day basis. That's what you call working on yourself and being dedicated and devoted to your higher self. When you make it personal, you got nobody business but yours and his. Handle that. Right thinking philosophy is my personal way to enlighten, aka know myself through practice and perseverance and understanding of the things that I'm learning. When you implement them, That's truth. It don't change. The same information 5, 10,000 years ago, I'm using it and it still works. I keep telling you, like the blood of Jesus, knowledge of self still works. Knowledge, again, here we go. Knowing no self, getting to know yourself is hard work. That's if you put the work in. You won't get no result out if you don't put nothing in. I'm just saying. It's like a bank. You open an account, you become spiritually enlightened. Now you pouring in. You spiritually discipline yourself every day. You mounting up a nice little account for yourself. So when you go to withdrawal, when adversity hit, when the situation hit that's beyond your control, you're covered. That's spiritual enlightenment. Understanding there's a higher power at work and it works for you. All right, here you go. Conceptually, knowledge is power. Knowledge of self is superpower. Come on, man. You need to know that. I am the master of me. You should be doing the same thing by what? Putting in your work daily, like me. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning now. I don't know what you're doing, but you see what I'm doing? And about 6, 7 o'clock, I'll be at the gym, put my work in that way. Right now, I'm doing my spiritual work. I did my meditation. I did my morning prayer. I'm doing my teaching session, and then I go take care of my physical fitness at the gym. That's my routine, okay? Self-mastery is the goal for all right thinkers. I want you to find out what worked for you and work it, use it, and master it. And enjoy your life like I do. Trust me. The hard work you put in, the rewards is a whole lot better. Trust me. Time I'm doing that, the reward I get from doing what I do, it's worth it. Here you go. Wrapped it up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. That state of mind is called heart mind coherence, aka nihas. Spiritually awakened. That means you know yourself. You're aware of what's going on within yourself and the things that are around you. I could talk about a whole bunch of stuff. I refuse to get in that arena. I just took 2 lessons out. Why? I didn't even want to bring out the Juneteenth thing. I ain't gonna go there. I'm teaching right thinking philosophy. I'm not getting involved in y'all nonsense. Here you go. I'm about to wrap it up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. Right thinking philosophy will make the heart-mind connection easier for you to understand why I'm going to lay it out for you. I'm explaining it to you so you can understand it, then you can implement it. If you don't know something, you can't use it. If I give you a tool and don't give you the directions, it's no use to you. The practice of right thinking philosophy daily is a way to reach spiritual enlightenment. I know that for a fact. Right thinking is knowing what's right from wrong and living it daily to prove you do know right from wrong. Why? You performing it on a day-to-day basis. What you did last week means nothing. How smart you was in a situation last week means nothing today. Understand that. You got to prove yourself. It's like the sun got to show every day. You got to show every day. That's all. You're no different. Right thinking is knowing, the mind has to be what? Sharp as a razor. You get a choice. Your mind, you want it sharp or you want it dull? A dull mind, slow, lethargic, ignorant. Sharp mind, quick with it, sharp, and ready to handle their business. Okay? Last one, again, I appreciate you. Reaching that state of mind of spiritual awareness is being a right thinker master. When you master right thinking philosophy for yourself, you can call yourself a master. Why? Because you will be. You know yourself. Do you? Stay tuned. I can help you with that. If not, stay tuned.